Going on, Jerome's. So, of course, we are all waiting for the announcement that Justin friggin' Jefferson and the Minnesota Vikings have worked out a long-term extension, keeping JJ in purple, taking care of the best wide receiver in the game, yada, 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 yada. And the money is there. The Vikings have the cap space. They have the motivation. And, Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell have been very verbose about their praise about Justin Jefferson, as well as very positive about their outlook of getting something done. But I honestly feel like something may already be done. And what's interesting is, so this week, Dan Graziano, ESPN, props to the Purple Persuasion putting this together. According to ESPN, Dan Graziano, a Justin Jefferson extension might not happen until after July 31st due to a signing bonus policy the Vikings have, and that patience is needed. Quote, there's a number of reasons to think that an extension agreement might take until closer to the season. Vikings have a policy with their signing bonuses where July 31st is kind of a key date, and they might want to wait until after that. So I would preach patience with the Justin Jefferson deal. So obviously that doesn't mean that they can't negotiate until July 31st. It could be a spot where, hey, can't officially announce it, can't put ink to paper, can't submit it to the league until July 31st. And we thought about the reasoning behind that. Well, so it says signing bonus specifically. So signing bonus is a lump sum or agreed upon installments, as Jared Goff just got a $73 million signing bonus on his extension with the low energy Detroit Lions, but also it's fully guaranteed. And now it's not a salary cap issue because you have a deal signed in July versus May or August versus May, like you don't get to skip out on that proration. It's going to count against the 2024 cap if you decide to go that route. But also in the NFL, guaranteed contracts, that money has to be held in escrow, in case like the league shuts down. The player still gets his money, right? And with Jefferson, it could be a very sizable signing bonus. Like we're talking about 73, 75, 80 million bucks, and that's a big chunk of change to have liquid and be put into escrow. So it literally just could be a financial thing. It literally could just be a team liquidity thing, or hey, financial year, financial quarter, or who the hell knows. But it's interesting that specifically that got put out there because someone leaked that to Graziano. Someone put that in Graziano's ear that, hey, July 31st, right? So so Graziano covers the whole league. I'm guessing that he doesn't just have on the back of his hand, just like, oh yeah, the Vikings July 31st. So someone specifically told him that. And it got me thinking because, I don't know, when you can't sleep, you think about stupid things. So I went through and looked at the Vikings' true extensions in the recent couple of years, right? So yes, a lot of these guys are Spielman guys. Only one true extension is Kwesi, TJ Hawkinson. Now, by true extension, we mean it's not an expiring contract. So the player wasn't set to hit the market. So Bradbury doesn't count. Anthony Barr doesn't count. Everson Griffin back in what year is it? 2014. He doesn't count. As well as Kirk Cousins. His initial contract, 2018, doesn't count. But like I said, so Everson's initial extension doesn't count, but his 2017 one does because he had time left on that deal. So that's we did it that way because that's what Justin Jefferson is looking at right now. Time left on his deal and then an extension on top of that. So we just went through, and yeah, some of these guys are Spielman guys, but same ownership, with the Wilf. So that's important here. Now, what's interesting is that so we went through, and these are sort of by date. So that colorful column, March, April, June, July, etc. So you look at July 31st. Now, is July 31st a hard date? It's possible, but you have four sizable long-term extensions. Three of the four are 5-year deals, bunched up around late July. All right, so that is noteworthy, and that is correlation. I don't know. But what's interesting is that none of these extensions were signed in May. And it's the middle of May right now, so we may be waiting a while. But Kirko's two extensions, both the 1 and 2 year variety, were in March, so no muss, no fuss. Thielen's was April 12th. Kendrick's in 2018 was April 16th, so that was around just after free agency, just before the draft. They got those things done. And then Harrison's 2016 extension, the 5-year deal, was June 6th, a day which will live in infamy. Wait, no, it's my daughter's birthday. D-Day. Anyways, mixing up my famous dates. June 10th is Kyle Rudolph in 2019, the 4-year, $36 million. So that was his second a long-term extension. It's kind of funny. But both those got done around mandatory minicamp time. And then you had, like we said, the 4 late July deals bunched up. So that's the start of training camp generally. So Everson, Kyle Rudolph's first extension, Xavier Rhodes, bank account caught the Holy Ghost. Always remember that. And also Stephon Diggs, his extension, 5 years, $72 million, was on that famous July 31st day. Now, a bunch of these other ones happen in training camp and even into right before the start of the season. So Harrison Hockenson, remember Hockenson is a Kwesi guy, August 29th and August 31st respectively. So way after July 31st. Still working out some kinks, crossing some T's, dotting some I's. And then Dalvin right before the start of the season in 2020. And then the Brian O'Neill deal in 2021 was on September 8th. So a majority of these were either bunched up in late July or afterwards. So that does give a little bit of credence to what Graziano was talking about with the July 31st. And like we said, it's not a cap issue. Maybe it literally is just an accounting thing. But of course, that doesn't mean that the Vikings don't have just like something, I don't know, maybe they went full Glenn Taylor, Joe Smith just on a napkin right now. But obviously, if it is an accounting thing, if it is a liquidity thing, it would behoove them not to submit it to the league until the proper time. So, again, it could be a spot where maybe all of the good vibes, that Jefferson has had, putting out things on the gram as well as going to Wolves games and just living the good life, maybe because he knows that the deal is just ready to go. Maybe that's why Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell have been so damn chipper talking about the extension, because yes, it is generally their disposition, but also if the best player in your team, the superstar in his prime, not even in his prime yet, it's just scratching the surface on his prime, like if he was potentially not going to sign a long-term deal, and yes, you have a 5th-year option, yes, you have the franchise tag, blah blah blah, wouldn't you be just a little bit stressed? No, but Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi, no worries, no bother. And that's what makes me feel like, hey, maybe something is already done. Maybe something is already done. They're just waiting until the appropriate time to announce it and file the contract with the league, and then everything works out from an accounting perspective. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyways, this is what I do when I can't sleep. I don't play video games. I look up, when did Kyle Rudolph sign his extension in 2019? June 10th. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.